What's going on, everyone? AG&T Tech back with the final unboxing in the string of unboxings that I am doing currently. Um, just finished doing a PlayStation Vita, Xbox One X, and probably my favorite unboxing of the year so far, the Oculus Quest 2. I was gonna do this one before I filmed that one. I don't even know what release order I'm going to be releasing these on the channel. So this one still might come out before, but just know the filming order didn't film like that. I didn't film it like that. I was gonna actually film this one before I filmed the Oculus, but excitement got the better of me. It is what it is. So I am super proud to bring you my unboxing of the PlayStation 3. This is a fully backwards compatible PlayStation 3. This is a CECHA01. So this is a 60 gigabyte, pretty much a launch console. I bought this off eBay, of course, like literally every 90, like I said in the past couple videos, like 90% of everything I'm unboxing, I got this off eBay. These things right here, they're getting extremely hard to find in box and complete in box. I think in one of my earlier videos I said I was going to get this one before I went back into the NES and Master System and Genesis and SNES era, only because when I look on eBay, despite those being over 20 years old, I think they're way older than that, but despite them being ancient at this point, I can find a complete in-box NES. It might not have the plastic wrap or whatever. Actually, some of them do, surprisingly enough, or whatever. I can find those at an easier click than I can find this. Now I'm talking about the fully backwards compatible launch PlayStation 3. I'm sure you can find a super slim or a normal slim PlayStation 3 complete in box. In fact, the slim that I currently have, because I own a PlayStation 3 and it's the slim, I don't like the super slim. Super slim's fucking ugly. I don't ever want to own that thing. I don't even, in the history of PlayStation 3, I don't even consider it. The slim I got was originally a present for my brother when he was younger, and it came complete in box. I think that was only like a $200 and something purchase at the time. So I am sure it is easy to find a PlayStation 3 in complete in box. Probably even brand new if we're looking at a fucking super slim. But I wanted this. I wanted this complete in box. So that way, when I display all of my Sony consoles next to each other, because when I finally am able to display all the boxes, this is the reason why I'm doing this. So I can collect the console, but not only collect the console, but get the box. This box is a little beat up. I don't know if you can tell this right here. It's pretty indented right here. But it's, for the most part, out of the options I had without having to spend $775,000, this was reasonable price, and it was mostly complete. I say mostly because out of everything I've unboxed today, out of the well, I'm going to say two because the Oculus didn't have any cellophane wrapping around the console. But that was brand fucking new. And you can see that on the video when I upload that and you watch it. That was a brand new console. It's because I bought that from Walmart today. Anyways, out of the other two consoles that I did go ahead and purchase from eBay and unbox, they were pretty much like I had just bought them from the store. They had the PlayStation Vita was still in the, I'm just going to keep calling it the cellophane wrapping, the plastic, or it's not plastic, it's like a styrofoam covering. The Xbox One X also had that. This one, unfortunately, does not. And the one that I was looking at that did, I wouldn't have been able to get the Xbox One X. I wouldn't have been able to get the Vita. Everything that I spent would have all gone to that. And I didn't want to spend that much money on a PlayStation 3 because it was like $700. All for just having the cellophane wrapping on it. So I'm sad this isn't as close to being brand spanking new as possible, but in the end, every single one I was gonna get was used, regardless of the situation, regardless of how it, how complete in box it was. As far as I know, this is complete in box. Other than that, the PlayStation 3 is not wrapped in the styrofoam, cellophane, whatever the fuck it is, wrapping. Which sucks because I wanted it to be as close to new as possible, but it is whatever. It's hard to find these in complete inbox at this point. And I think in as good as condition as this is, I may be wrong, but from the pictures it still looks shiny on top. It didn't look like it had many scratches, but again, pictures can be deceiving. But it came with some goodies, so I'm gonna go ahead and stand this up. The table's gonna shake a little bit, and I'm gonna push this back. I will try to show off as much of the box as I can, but like with the Xbox One X, I didn't show off that box too much because it's fucking-normous. And I don't know what I'd call this, the over-the-head arm boom stick that I'm using is not very tall. So I can't really maneuver bigger boxes like this too well. I didn't even attempt it with the Xbox One X, which is my bad. I didn't really show it off. Maybe I'll take another video and move it around a little bit and just fucking throw it in there at the end and just be like, hey, this video is now an hour long, but this is what the box looks like. But it came with some goodies. So it came with a brand new PlayStation 3 controller. Now, from the look of it, I thought this was an OEM, a brand new OEM, but from the description, he said it wasn't. It was a third party, but it looks like a brand new, it looks like an OEM, DualShock 3. It even says DualShock 3. It says 6-axis. He said this was not, he said this was third party. But it doesn't look third party to me at all. It even says 6-axis on the controller. I'll open this. I'll do an unboxing of this as well. But this looks like it's made by Sony. It looked like it was made and released by Sony for the PlayStation 3. But he said that in the description that this was not OEM, that this was a third party. But it looks pretty first party to me, if you'd ask me, buddy. I don't know. I may be wrong, but it looks pretty first party to me. So I got a brand new controller with it. I think there's a controller in the box. And I already have one PlayStation 3 controller. So I think I have 3 now, 3 or 4. Because again, like I said, I have a Slim, and I think I have 1 controller for it. It also came with a few games. Now this is really cool. This is really cool, and this is one reason why I decided to go with this one over any other one, because it has PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 games. So it actually helps me with my game collection as well, because I have a list of games that I want to collect. So this is pretty cool because this can play everything. And so this came with one of everything pretty much, a PlayStation 1 game, a PlayStation 2 game, and I think a couple PlayStation 3 games. And I think one of the PlayStation 3 games is brand spanking new. And I don't think I think I maybe spent a little bit over $300 for this. So honestly, this was actually a steal in my opinion. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but that's only because I didn't get the cellophane over the PlayStation 3. And fucking first world problems if I've ever heard any, right, bro? Right? Am I right? High five? No, okay. So this is NBA Shootout. Fucking wonderful sticker on there. Great. Covering, is that Ray Allen? That's not Ray Allen, is it? Oh, that's the Bucks. I don't know who that is on the Bucks. At this point, this is in 2003. Hey, look, another sticker. 3 stickers. Fucking wonderful, bro. I love when my games have stickers all over it. That is Ray Allen. That is absolutely Ray fucking Allen. I was right. Never doubt yourself, kids. Never fucking do it, because you're always going to be right. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. That's not what I was saying. Anyways, all right. And then this is the other games it came with. I gotta say, these are wrapped up pretty nice, although, I mean, this, I fucking forget what this food wrapping, this fucking, plastic wrap, whatever the fuck it's called, I don't think really adds too much protection to it. But it's, you know, it's a nice thought. It's a nice gesture. They were bubble wrapped, so I appreciate that, of course. So what do we got here? We got Grand Theft Auto 4, brand new. This is why this was a big selling point for me. I think I own Grand Theft Auto 4 on the Xbox 360, but this was brand new, so this is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll open this. I might keep it sealed. I might open it. I'm probably gonna open it because I'm not really big on keeping games sealed. I'm probably not gonna resell it, and I'm not gonna get it graded. What am I, a smooth brain? Anyways, all right. Alienating half of the fucking gaming culture aside, yeah, I'm really bad about keeping stuff wrapped. I'm not gonna resell it. I've been thinking about keeping stuff wrapped for collection purposes, but it's like, man, if I want to play fucking Grand Theft Auto 4 on the PlayStation 3 instead of the Xbox 360, who am I to stop myself? Am I right? All right. And then we got Kane and Lynch 2, the second one, not the first one. Yeah. Oh no, not the code. Not the code that's already probably been used. Oh no, not another code that has probably already been used. Oh man, fuck my life. All right, anyways. Not great games. Kane and Lynch and Kane and Lynch 2. It's funny because I've been watching a couple videos on them. Shitting on them pretty much. So that's kind of funny. But Kane and Lynch and the first and the second one are both on my list, so that's a check mark off of right there. And as well as this one, although this is on my list for Wii games. But I have the PlayStation 2 version now. It's always nice, you know what I mean? Having different versions and whoa. Not, oof. I mean, it's not horrible. But let me tell you, it isn't great. But it's fine. I'm pretty sure, especially these fucking, the older games, they're resilient as fucking ball sacks. Oh, I did not close that all the way. Oh, does it not close all the way, or is it because, oh, it's because of the book? No, it just does not. Okay, all right, whatever. Yeah, they're resilient, so I'm sure this will play. I have no doubt in my mind that this will play. So this is pretty cool. This is why I got it. It comes with a little bit of, you know, it's like a smorgasbord. You know, you got a little bit of everything to test the bad boy out. So I can easily just, I'd be like, all right, it's time to test the PlayStation 3 out. Let's put it through its fucking, I can't think of the fucking word. Let's put it through the ringer and just test it out. Joke's gone. Yeah, so, you know, I can test the damn PlayStation 3 out on PlayStation 1, which all PlayStation 3 games run PlayStation 1 games. Every single PlayStation 3, from the Super Slim, and the fucking Fat Boy, all play PlayStation 1 games. So this right here will probably be the real test, which I mean, it's a CECHAO1. I don't have any doubt in my mind that it'll run it. But it is nice. I already have PlayStation 2 the games. It's not like I really needed it. But, you know, it's nice that that was included. Because, you know, if I was getting this and I didn't have any PlayStation 2 games, and I didn't have any PlayStation 1 games, where am I going with it? It's nice to include that, because if I was coming from a perspective of somebody who doesn't own shit, the seller included something of everything to be tested with a PlayStation 3. Jesus Christ. All right. Over explaining aside, let's slip my fucking hand open trying to open this. Yes, do it exactly like this, kids. This is exactly how you do it. Oh man. Oh, did that work? No. All right. Yes, I'm going to shake the table. So let me get off the table because I don't want to shake the camera too much. And you know, when you're cutting, you always cut towards yourself, never away. Away is this, the fool's way out. It's the, I can't talk. I can't think of the jokes are falling flat, guys. I'm trying to make fun of myself, and I can't even make fun of myself in the articulate way that I want to do it, because I can't fucking think of the words or the sentences. They're not coming together. All right. Yes, you always cut towards yourself, though, kids. Never away. It's the easy way out. You're not a real man or a real woman if you don't cut toward yourself. What's life without a little gamble, right? All right. Horrible advice aside, finally got it open. To the trash with you. Or like to the floor. All right. So, maybe it is not an OEM. I really don't know. If this is a third-party controller, I don't, hold on. I don't think, I'm not about to rummage through that for the PlayStation 3 controller that I have. Fuck. I should have been more prepared for this. Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 minute. There it is. Nice. Oh, it was just sitting there. All right. Oh, yikes. The PlayStation 3 controller I have sucks, too. The fucking middle button is stuck. All right. Great. And I got Butterfingers. I don't know, guys. This is my PlayStation 3 controller right here. As you can tell, it's mine because the fucking middle button continues to get stuck. It is also 6-axis. I did not realize I had a 6-axis controller. I'm going to have to... Oh. Yep, it's just... It slowly comes back to life when I press it in. All right, I'm going to stop pressing it in. Yeah, okay. So I guess that's how you can tell it's a third party. So this is a first party. OEM. And I'm guessing... I don't know. Sony Computer Entertainment Inc. Made in China. I don't know, guys. If this is a fucking third-party controller, this is probably one of the best fake controllers I've ever seen. The middle button does not feel right, though. It's more flat and caved in. The one I got, this one right here, my original one, even though it gets stuck in there, it comes out a lot more when it's not so shy and it's fully out. This one is almost more flush. So it says it's a 6-axis. Once I test it out, I guess we'll really see how much of a 6-axis it is. But I gotta say, if this is a third-party controller, this is probably one of the best, fakest controllers I've ever seen in my life. Because goddamn, it just looks like a normal PlayStation 3 controller. The only thing that really gives it away is the middle button. But I don't know, maybe my controller is just fucking weird. All right. Enough comparisons aside. All right. So what we were here to do all along, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So this is the front. We've seen the front. Woo! Yay! Let's see how this will work. Oh shit. Damn. I am really not going to be able to show this off. All right. This is the top. This is one side. I'm shaking the camera like a fucking maniac right now. Let's see. How can I do this? All right. Super ultra close up. $60 GB. The wall is blocking me from going any further. All right. That is one side. Ugh. Yes, the camera is being shaken all over the place. It's a super professional unboxing. Come at me, bro. Super ultra close up. This is the other side. 60 GB. All right. Ugh. This is a fucking big bitch. Oh, my arm. All right. No worries. That was just my arm popping back into place. That's all. All right. So I'm going to try to open this in a way. Oh, fuck. That is conducive. Fuck. I'm shaking the camera all over the place. All right. This is what it looks like on the inside. You get some instructions on how they want you to take everything out. You gotta do it exactly like this. So you know what that means? I'm not gonna do it like this. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I think the cool thing about this, excuse me, fuck my life. As far as I know, everything is still wrapped. Now, I don't know if it's wrapped in the original wrapping or what. Nope, it is not. It is most definitely not. This is... Oh, fuck my life. I'm just all over the place with hitting this goddamn thing. It is... All right, hold on. All right. Hold on. Hold fucking on. All right. All right, we're just gonna push that back. Yeah, this is, I like the, I appreciate the attempt. That was, I see what they tried to do. I see what they tried to do. And I appreciate the attempt. But this is obviously not what it was originally wrapped in. But it's all right. It's all about the experience, right? All about the experience with the noisy ass plastic wrap. All right. Oh wow, this is shiny. Now I have one thing to say. In the listing, it said that they replaced the lens. So I guess the lens had some issues. So they've replaced the lens on the PlayStation 3. I don't know what other refurbishment, what other repairs were done. I don't know if they, I don't know if it had gotten any reballing done. I don't know if it had any of the paste. I can't think. Oh my god, I'm fucking Jesus Christ. I can't speak. I can't think of the words that I need to say that I want to come out of my mouth. The repasting of the stuff of the cards on the motherboard. Fuck my life. You know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, I can't help you. I know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Probably not, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know if there was any thermal paste. I'm probably going to look like an idiot. That's what I'm going with. I don't know if there was any thermal paste. I don't know. Oh my god. Anyways, I don't know if there was any of that redone, reapplied to keep it, from overheating. It didn't say anything about a yellow light of death. With these things, unfortunately, they are a ticking time bomb. I only hope this lasts me forever. Anyways, I have a PlayStation Slim. That's going to be my main thing that I will play PlayStation 3 games on, because I really don't want to put this thing under any stress. This will really be for if I want to record PlayStation, like if I want to play, do gameplay of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. This will be an easy way for me to do up-resing on it with the resolution, instead of, which I'm still going to probably get them at some point, but if before I get it, this will be an easy way for me to upscale and do higher resolution PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games, because I can just hook up, an HDMI cord to the TV, and that's mainly my plan with this. It's going to be an upscaling machine for PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 for when I finally start doing gameplay on the channel. So this is the controller I got, another 6-axis. I love getting the 6-axis because I think they're a little bit harder to find. They're a little bit more expensive. And it's purely because it was a gimmick, just like most PlayStation controllers, and what PlayStation always try to do with their stuff is always do some kind of a gimmick with it. And the 6-axis was, you can twirl it around, you can use it as a motion controller type thing. Here is a power cable. I think does this, man, I've never owned one of these, so I don't know if this plugs directly into the console. I don't think there's a power brick, so I'm assuming this plugs directly into the console, and this is a new cord for me. I didn't know the fat PlayStation 3s took this. Just a charging cable. Remember these fucking things right here? This thing right here? That USB? Yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing if you didn't know about it, kiddies. Whoa, what is it? Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Also, I get this slick-ass remote control with it. Oh, God, everything is wrapped in plastic wrap. Oh, Lord, there's so much plastic wrap that's coming out of my ass. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Wait. Hold on. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you click off. Wait. See? Controller. Remote control. Get out of here. Get off me. Get out. All right. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I didn't know this was a thing. I did not know this was a thing. All right. So yeah, I got a PlayStation 3 controller, biatches. Woo! What? I'm gonna use this as a controller. It's got the buttons and everything like that. I wonder if I can. No analog sticks. Anyways, all right. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick that back in there. Oh shit! Which controller was in here? All right, I'm gonna put all this back in here. Oh fuck my life! I'm already fucking it up. I've already fucked it up. I can't even put it back in the way that it was before. All right, yeah, we're just gonna call that done. Success. Much success. All right. And now, without fucking hitting everything on the goddamn desk and the fucking camera while I'm at it. All right. Wonderful. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. The manual. Also plastic wrapped. Great. All right. Oh, look. Pieces of PlayStation 3. That's always a good sign. All right. All right, and I think that's it for the box, ladies and gentlemen. I think that does it for the box. There was some broken styrofoam in there. That's always good. Ugh. Bonus points if you notice that I've been getting progressively more and more energetic as I've been filming these videos. All right, so here it is. What just fell? Ah, I see what that was too now. I see where you go, plastic. I see where you go. I think I see where you go. I think I'm picking up on what you're putting down. I think, therefore I am. And I think I'm wrong. No, this has got to be right, but how does it... Right? This has got to be right. How does it go in there? Is this just fucking broken? Is this just straight up broke? Is this just straight up broken? Excuse me. God damn it. Oh, wait. Maybe... Oh, man. That's lovely. Oh, I think it's just because it is broken. Oh yeah, it is absolutely just broken. It is just broke. All right, cool. Well, don't flip that up. All right, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen, my new PlayStation 3. That'd be really heartbreaking if I turned around and looked at the serial number and it said EO1. I would have been like, well, guess I'm gonna lay in bed with it anyways. All right, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. My fully backwards compatible PlayStation 3. She's a mess, but she's my mess, and I love her. Okay, so yep. I guess getting into the next part of the video where I usually talk about my history with the console. I think. So when it comes to this one, I have a decent amount of history, but I also don't. So I didn't own a PlayStation 3 until I think The Last of Us came out. And I think the PlayStation 4 came out the very next year. So I didn't actually own a PlayStation 3 until the end of the life cycle of the 7th generation. Now I've played a lot. I played a lot of games. I played a lot of the PlayStation 3, but the PlayStation 3 I played on was never mine. I never owned it until, like I said, until The Last of Us 3 came. Until The Last of Us came out, and then I bit the bullet. I bought a PlayStation 3 Slim, and then I ended up getting rid of it. because I am an absolute, well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm an absolute idiot. I'm just dumb. And at that point, so I'm a super impatient person. And, oh yeah, I remember the story now. Yeah, it just hit me like a fucking bag of rocks. I actually sold my slim PlayStation 3 that I bought for a PlayStation 4. At when I think it was, I don't know, maybe a year after the PlayStation 4 came out, they were doing a deal um, at GameStop where they would give you like it was a like they would, if you put the store credit towards getting a PlayStation 4, if you sold your PlayStation 3 with the sole purpose of getting a PlayStation 4, they would give you like 200 or 250 or something like that. Which at that point, I think GameStop was giving you like 80 bucks, maybe 150. Anywhere between 80 to 150 bucks, maybe for a PlayStation 3, any PlayStation 3. So they added an extra 100 bucks onto their store credit sale of it to then get that money right back from you for a PlayStation 4. And I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. So yeah, I had my 18th birthday. It was the last birthday, I guess you could say, that was celebrated. I guess like when you're a kid and you get presents and stuff like that. I was still a teenager, so I mean, it was my last birthday that was ever celebrated like that, and with it was the sole goal, the sole purpose was to get the PlayStation 4. And I'm sure everybody knows. I mean, I don't know if it's still done now, but as you get older, you stop asking for stuff and you just ask for money. So that was the goal. I literally had, it was a plan with my parents. I told them about it. I mean, it was the goal. Once I had a goal, I put my fucking mind to it, and we figured this shit out. And the goal was, invite as much of the family who can make it over, and who, any of the grandparents, aunts, and uncles, if they were willing to give anything, or to, get me any kind of present. The goal is to tell them only money, strictly money. I don't want anything else but cash. Cold, hard doubloons. You know what I mean? So I think I made out with, dude, I made out with, honestly, almost enough to buy a PlayStation 4 on its own with just the cash I had. I think what the PlayStation 4 was like $399. And I had about, when I left that night to go trade in my PlayStation 3 to get that 250 bucks in store credit, I think I had about $300, which isn't, I mean, I don't know, depending on what um class you come from, that could be very little or it could be a lot. For me, it was a decent fucking haul. I was actually shocked. And I had some family members who were there who had been drinking, as well as doing some other illicit activities, other stuff other than just drinking. And so they were much more giving, I guess you can say. And I remember my uncle was like, "Do you need anything else?" And I was like, "Dude, you want to, if you want to know what I need more money." This man gave me another 100 bucks, and I think their initial present to me was like 50 bucks. So in total, my aunt and my uncle, because I'm gonna consider it coming from both of them, gave me 150 bucks. And then over the course of everybody else who decided to come, whatever other family decided to come, I made another 150 bucks. So I maybe had around 300, 350. I had almost enough to buy the PlayStation 3 on my own without having to sell the PlayStation. But I didn't. I didn't have enough. So I went and I sold my PlayStation, my Slim, the next day with the controller and everything. I got the extra 250 bucks. I instead of getting the normal PlayStation 4, because I had made out so well, I got the bundle with The Last of Us, and I think that one came out to what was it, like 450 or something like that. It added an extra because you're getting a game with it, of course, like every bundle does. Um, so I fucking sprung for that one, and I still had enough extra over to get like 3 or 4 games. I made out with a haul that day, and I got home. I set that bitch up I showed my dad it. Rest in peace. It's one of one of the one of the really cool memories I do have, because he had been away for a long time, and so when he came back, he had missed a lot, and it was nice to have that moment with him, to where I could show him the new generation that had came out, the new generation of gaming consoles, and I remember we I set it up in front of him. I set it up in the living room. I wasn't going to take it immediately to my room because I wanted to show him. um I set it up in the living room. I think the first game I played was Wolfenstein, the New Order, and I just remember him being like blown away by it. He's like, "Wow!" Because I mean, he had played the PlayStation 3. He My little brother, like I said, also had a PlayStation 3 Slim as well. So I got them hooked on God of War. They played the God of War series on the PlayStation 3, and and they got hooked on it. They both played it and beat it. So he had experience with the PlayStation 3 and what it looked like, and how good the graphics looked on the PlayStation 3. The seventh generation. He got to experience what it had to offer. He played a few games on it, but he got a good range of what the seventh generation was capable of. And it was just really cool being able to hook up the new generation out in the living room and sit there and see him get blown away by Wolfenstein, the New Order, and how realistic it looked. I know new gaming generations get shit on all the time for being incremental upgrades, and they are. The jump in graphical fidelity and quality is not as huge as it used to be, coming from 16-bit, from 8-bit to 16-bit to 32 to 64 to the 3D era, being the 64, to the 3D era, and then jumping from that to like the sixth generation, where stuff started to look, the jumps in quality back then were crazy. And since then, it hasn't been anything like that. But it was still nice to see my father get blown away by the new generation, because at that point, when you're in the culture for so long and you grow up in it, and you start to see that the jumps in quality aren't as great as they used to be, it's nice to have an outside perspective, and have somebody there who also got to experience some of that, but still missed a little bit of it with the seventh generation, and then going into the eighth and being like, wow, this is insane. Like, it looks so real, and it was a great memory that I have of my father, and watching him play it and struggle through Wolfenstein. Not a first person shooter kind of guy. He was more of like a beat 'em up, run around and shit like that kind of beat 'em up type game, or strategic type of game. Not so much as fast paced first person shooter type of game. But it was nice seeing him struggle with that, and see his reaction to the PlayStation 4. I know this isn't a PlayStation 4 video. I will probably I can touch more on that. Actually, that's my only memory that I have of my father in the PlayStation 4. Um, but yeah, that's I mean that's pretty much my experience with the PlayStation 3. I didn't play it too much. My main gaming platform, and what is this? The sixth, the seventh? No, this is the seventh. Yeah, my main gaming platform in the seventh generation, and I mentioned this in the 360 unboxing video that I did, was the 360. I played everything on the 360. I had a fucking was part of a COD group on the 360 for a little bit. And this video is already running into 40-minute territory. So it's gonna be another one of those videos. So it's gonna be a long ass video that probably nobody will make it all the way through at this point. But if you do, I appreciate you watching the video all the way through. But yeah, the 360 was my main gaming platform in the seventh generation. So I didn't game too much on it. I had friends who had, I had a couple friends who had the PlayStation 3. I think my first experience with the seventh generation, though, was with the PlayStation 3. I think I was in fifth or sixth grade. And I had a friend who had, I think this exact PlayStation 3, I don't know if you had the 20 gigabyte or the 60, but I can guarantee you it was a CECHAL1. And the only reason I can guarantee you that is because it was not it wasn't just a fat. It was around the time the PlayStation 3 had just dropped. And I wasn't big on keeping up with the news at that point. So I don't think I had realized the PlayStation 3 had actually came out yet at that point. So after that, I was wanting a PlayStation 3. I absolutely did want a PlayStation 3, and it almost, of course, I'm playing with this and it breaks. Um, it almost it almost happened that I actually had a PlayStation 3 as my first console in the seventh generation of gaming, but it didn't go through. It was another kind of failed promise. It is what it is. But the first game I guess I ever played on the PlayStation 3 was the Simpsons game. It is on my list. It is a game that I am going to get for my collection for the PlayStation 3 because it's nostalgia at this point. It is the first game I played on the PlayStation 3. It was my introduction to the seventh generation, and so I know it sounds weird, but I have a lot of appreciation for the Simpsons game. I think it's a really good game. I think it's really fun. I haven't played it since then, so I could be looking back on it with rose tinted glasses. But that was my introduction to the seventh generation, was the PlayStation 3 and the Simpsons game, because I was staying the night at a friend's house and he had the PlayStation 3, this exact fucking PlayStation 3, the fat. I'm pretty sure it was a CECHAO1 because this was around the time the console had just came out, and I don't think the EO1 was a thing yet. It could have been a BO1, but that was just a 20 gigabyte. So either way, I'm pretty sure he had a launch model. And so my introduction to the seventh generation was the PlayStation 3. After that, I wanted a PlayStation 3. I would not get a seventh generation console for years after that. And then I would eventually get a 360. I'd be introduced into the 360, to the Microsoft, what am I trying to say here? The Microsoft family of things. And I just got embedded with the Xbox. After that, I created I had an Xbox account. Everything was just done with Microsoft and Xbox, and I just got embedded in that. And instead of ever getting a PlayStation 3, everything was PlayStation 3s, even though, I'm sorry, everything was Xbox 360s, even though my first Xbox 360 read Ring of Death on me, and I think I mentioned that in the 360 video. And then it took me years to get another one. I still only wanted the 360. It never once crossed my mind to get a PlayStation 3 until the literal end of it. And I want to say I hate myself for getting it, but I don't think when I got it, I don't think I contributed to the PlayStation 3 eventually passing the Xbox 360, because I didn't buy it brand new. I think I bought it secondhand off eBay. Although, in my opinion, the Xbox 360 wiped the floor with the PlayStation 3. It came back at the end, and I guess it technically won, but in my view, the Xbox 360 kicked the PlayStation 3's ass every year until the last year or two. So, I mean, if you want to give it the victory to the PlayStation 3 because it finally overpassed, passed it up in sales at the very end, yes, okay, I get what you're saying. But every year leading up to that, Xbox 360 outsold the PlayStation 3. So I kind of look at it as a yearly thing. And Xbox 360 won 90% of that generation, and it didn't, it did get, passed by in overall sales, but it sold more every year leading up until that point. So in my opinion, 360, won that generation. I don't consider the Wii. Wii was a spectacle. I love the Wii. I have one, and I will be unboxing one eventually because I'm going to buy one in box. But yeah, so that's pretty much my experience with the PlayStation 3. I started off with the Simpsons game. I got exposed to it by a friend. And then I had another friend once I moved back with my grandma, because it's a lot of family issues. My birth giver, my real mom, never had the greatest relationship with her, and I had to go live with her for a little bit. But I eventually came back to my home, where I felt like I was home, because of the issues with her. And I'm kicking the table and shaking the camera, so perfect. And so I had a friend that would come over and stay the night at my house, and he would bring his PlayStation 3 over, and we would fucking play Call of Duty Modern Warfare all night online. So that was another exposure that I had to the PlayStation 3. But even then, I still wanted the Xbox 360. I still chose the Xbox 360 over the PlayStation 3, even with that. So it's kind of crazy because all my experiences with the PlayStation 3 should have led me to buying a PlayStation 3 and wanting to be in the Sony ecosystem, but I still wanted to be in the Xbox ecosystem over the PlayStation 3, and I don't know why. I really don't know why that was because, in my opinion, Sony, the PlayStation 1 won its generation, and I had a PlayStation 1. PS2 won its generation, head and like just completely obliterated the competition. And I owned a PlayStation 2. I did also own an Xbox and a GameCube. And honestly, the GameCube was probably my favorite console in that generation. But I always consider myself to be in the Sony ecosystem. So when this came out, it was really weird that I wanted so bad to be in the Xbox ecosystem over the PlayStation, over the Sony ecosystem. And I don't know why. But it's just how it worked out. And so yeah, that's my experience with the PlayStation 3, my history of it. I obviously have more of a history with the Xbox 360 than I do with the PlayStation 3, but it always happened to where I've owned every console in a particular generation. Because I even owned a Wii. So I've owned every console in most generations except for the generations I wasn't fucking born for, but that's obvious. So yeah, that's my history with it. This has been the unboxing of the PlayStation 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's super long, I know, just like the rest of them. So I appreciate you watching this video. If you watched it all the way to this point, I love you. You're the best. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like at least. It really helps a lot. If you want to subscribe for more, I will be doing more of this, so subscribe. Leave a comment about your history, your experiences with the PlayStation 3. I would love to hear it. And yeah, that's been the unboxing. Stay good. Stay safe. Peace.